everyone, and what is going on? It's Sensei Pink, and I'm coming back to you guys for my review on Lore Olympus, episode 114. Now, before I kick anything off, I just have to say a few things. Firstly, I just want to say, after this whole incident with George Floyd, and as a young African-American woman, I really, want you guys to know that Black Lives Matter. And, if you guys love and support me, or, you just casually watch me, I think it's important for you to go on and educate yourself and others, about why Black Lives Matter. Why is this movement, going on? Why aren't we saying all lives matter? And I know that some people have an issue with all lives matter, but Black lives are the ones that are, being stripped of their life, their hopes, their dreams, and all of that stuff that comes with systematic, racism. So I really want you guys to, if you enjoy watching me, if, not even just for me, but for all of your Black friends, Black co-workers, Black acquaintances, and just for Black people in general, get that message out there and, do your part, do your best to help stop this system of racism. Second, I just want to say thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome, because you know why? Because you guys done got me to like 500 subscribers. Now I walk outside and I feel like a celebrity. You guys are gassing out my head. But in any case, I just want to say thank you guys so much for your support and your love, your comments, everything that you give to me, and I truly appreciate it. It hypes me up when I get those notifications. I love going through your comments and everything that you guys give to me. So all the love is appreciated. And lastly, I just want to say congrats to my sister, my older sister. She officially got her master's degree. And I know it's pretty sad, we're in 2020 and there's no graduation. We had a virtual graduation yesterday for her, so that was pretty cool. Shout out to her. Now she's the smartest one in here, but education is never a bad thing, so shout out to her. And finally, guys, go follow me on both Instagram and Twitter and hit that subscribe and notification button to see more weekly videos. Alright guys, so jumping into this episode, we are brought to Hades, who is setting up his VCR so he can watch the lost memory that he received in the mail last episode. In this memory, we kick it off with Percy secretly spying as she overhears Hecate telling Demeter that Hades has drunkenly arrived, and then she secretly just darts off to go and find him. Once she finds him, she quickly climbs up in the window, hides behind a curtain, and swiftly turns into a butterfly. Now in butterfly form, Percy begins trying to wake up Hades as she's calling out to him while sitting on top of his face. Now, with Hades awake and toying with our little butterfly, Percy begins to wonder if Hades is really the king of the underworld, because he isn't as scary as she thought he would be. Now, a drunken Hades decides to take her up on that challenge and show her what scary is, and after a little show of some ghosts and everything popping up in the room, he spooks her, but as he spooks her in her little butterfly form, she just transforms back into herself and falls on top of him. Now, after a barely dressed Percy falls on top of him, Hades begins to apologize for scaring her and asks her what is her name. Although Percy doesn't give her name, she tells him that she needs to ask him something for a friend. Now getting into this question, Percy begins to ask Hades if it's possible to bring back mortals from the underworld even if they died and it wasn't their fault. As Hades knows where this is going and begins to tell her the answer I think we all know, she begins to beg and continue on by telling him that he is the only one who can help her in this situation. Seeing that there is nothing that he can do about dead mortals and bringing them back, Hades tells our little girl not to fret over it because mortals are a dime a dozen, which causes Percy to calm down a little bit and thank him for listening to her. Shortly after this, Percy hears some footsteps coming down the hallway and quickly leaves the way she came. Now with Percy gone and Demeter entering the room with some coffee for our blue boy to sober up, Hades begins to drunkenly ask Demeter to have a drink with him, which she declines. As Demeter begins to pour him some coffee, Hades begins to drunkenly ask Demeter who the pink goddess that he saw was and how glorious she was. Although now Demeter tries to argue that Hades probably saw a flower nymph, he just straight up tells her like, no, I saw a pink goddess, and continues his little drunken rant by saying that maybe he should ask Zeus if she's available. Demeter, who declined having a drink with him a moment ago, decides to have a change of heart, take him up on his offer, and get him even more wasted so that he would forget all about this situation. And we then learn, that's why he can't remember anything. As this memory wraps up, we cut over to present day Hades, and we then end off this episode with Hades in shock at what happened, just like screaming, what? Now, I told you guys last week that Hades was going to find out more than he bargained for, and I was right. Okay, I just hope that now that he got his memory back, he can ask Percy, what was she talking about, with bringing back the dead mortals? And obviously we know that in some form, in shape or way, whatever happened, obviously Persephone killed some mortals, but we don't know how or why. And, it's been kept a secret. So maybe, he'll ask her about it, get the deeds, and when it comes out, like maybe if the anti-Percy squad, because we all know the Natos did look at her ledger, and obviously sort of found that out, he'll be able to back her up on it and, help her out. Alright guys, so now with that being said, let me jump into my prediction for episode 115, the season finale. So for my prediction, I really think that we are about to get like a sort of timeline episode where we get to see, from the moment that Persephone was created by Demeter up until the time when she moved to Olympus. And, throughout this little timeline episode, I think we are going to specifically see three things. The first is that, when Demeter found out or realized or knew from the jump that Persephone was a fertility goddess, and why she decided to hide it, from the rest of the world, and including Percy as well. The second is, what Demeter knows about Persephone's, red-eyed persona, and, maybe how she's managed it this entire time and like kept it a secret, because we all know that, in those very first episodes of Lore Olympus, Persephone is having a dream in which her mom locks her in, this greenhouse for her own protection or something like that. So maybe we'll get to understand, what Demeter knows about Red-Eyed Percy. And lastly, I think we're going to find out the exact reason, why Demeter bribed Hermes, why Percy wanted to bring back souls from the underworld, and why was there a large intake of souls from the mortal realm right before Persephone moved to Olympus. So that's it for today, guys. I can't wait to see you guys next week for the season finale. We're finally gonna get to see what this is all about, hopefully. And let me know, what do you guys think is going to happen next week? Make sure that you go follow me on both Instagram and Twitter, and smash that like button if you enjoyed watching. And lastly, guys, make sure that you hit that subscribe and notification button to see more of me, Sensei Pink.